Hey everyone, I'm CNC Shawn, and today I'm going to show you how easily you can design and build your own closet system. All right, let's talk about doing closets on your CNC. You know, traditionally as a cabinet maker, we're building kitchens, vanities, might do an entertainment center, things like that. But with the addition of software out there now and your CNC, building closets is really simple. You're able to do it the same parameters a big box company might do. These big closet companies, you're gonna be able to compete with them real easily and just add another profit to your job. So why don't I show you in the software how we get that done. So the software we're gonna use today is Mosaic. And I want to show you how quick and easy you can put something together. This is actually a job we did about a year ago. There was 7, 8 different closets in it. We're going to show you how we cut this gear closet here. 12 inches deep, pretty basic, but everything is in here in their library and it's really quick and easy to do. So let me show you on a blank wall how we can throw something together quick rather than messing with what we're already going to cut. We'll grab a floor panel. We'll set that depth to 12. We will grab, how about some drawers and shelves, put that in there, move that over to that panel, and we'll set that to 12 as well. Now let's grab another side panel, set that to 12, and let's take a look at what we've got. You can see everything's put together there. We've got cabinet fasteners up there. If we were to pull this all apart, we've got some down on the bottom, we've got some behind here holding the toe together. And it's just that simple to do. If you didn't want to do that, we could throw, how about some double hang in there? And it's just that simple. You know, it's a great option for you to add to your cabinet business and pump out some more material. Now that we've got that together, we're going to erase this and we'll show you how we put this together just to nest these parts. Go up to the cut list here. We're gonna grab just that room, the gear closet, optimize it, and we will overwrite everything. We'll pull that up, wait for that. Here it is. We got our material. This is set up for my shop, so it's a little different. And our parts are right here. We can optimize it. You can set your different settings. Hit optimize. It's going to put everything together. The green indicates we've got a flip operation. Everything else is right there, ready to go. So we'll head over to the machine and get started. We're back to the machine now. We've got our tools already set up. First thing we had to do, we put them in. We had to run the tool height on each tool. We're using tool 1, 2, and tool number 4. From there, we're going to bring the machine up and we're going to do our Auto Z. We're going to use the Auto Z switch for this. You can do it manually, but we're going to take this in. We'll plug it in up here. One thing to be sure of when you do this is to have your vacuum on. You can see we got a sheet up here that'll help compress that. For purposes of the video and noise and whatnot, we're going to leave it off, but be sure when you do this, you've got it on so you get that correct Z height. We've got that plugged in. We'll just go over, hit the Auto Z button, watch it come down, and we'll just try to have it centered right on that tool. Now that we've got that set, we can unplug this, turn everything on, and we'll be ready to cut. So you can see we've got a bit of an issue here. We got a big mess of dust. Somebody must have shut the dust collector off while we were running. By the time I got it started back up, we were able to clean up some of it, but it does show a big example and how well the dust boot works. You know, the first couple sheets, we had no dust to clean up, nothing to even blow off or do anything with. So it makes a big difference. Now the second issue we got, you might have noticed on sheet 2, we are running a directional grain maple. Well, I had a few parts in there that were run the wrong way. I didn't catch it when we were nesting the parts. So let's go back to the computer and I'll show you how we fix that. So here we are back at the computer. Let me show you what we did wrong. You can see on sheet 2 here, we've got all these parts that the grains run in the wrong direction for what we want. Now, if we go back to our material, this little box right here is what I forgot to check. We checked that. Now we'll orient everything the right way. Let's go back to our patterns. I'm going to show you the way I know how to do it. Mosaic's a little bit new to me, and you know there might be a better way to go about it, but this is a way I know is going to work. We'll move these parts to the remake bin, one at a time. Now we'll go back out, we'll add a new sheet, and we will set them in there. Takes a minute, but it's not too bad. All right, now we've got all our parts in there. We can generate a new code, calculate that. You can see we got 2 tools we're going to use. Run the G code, there is no flip sheet. And we will just save it right here. Now that we fix this error, we got everything nested, we'll load up the 4th sheet. We'll cut that, edge band our parts, and we can assemble our closet. We got the Sahisa Flexi P warmed up, ready to go. Let's send the piece through. Walk around back, we got free mill going. Gonna apply the edge banding, end trim it. Then we got top and bottom trimmers, the buffing and scraping unit. Here it comes, let's see how it looks. We got a good clean top, bottom edge and a good trim, so let's get the whole stack done and then we can put the cabinet together. Finishing touch on our little closet system here. You know, you can see how easily this was to go from design, cut on the CNC, and put it together. It's a real quick system using the cabin nail fasteners. You know, when I ordered that, my only choice was white. That was all my supplier had at the time. You can get a different color cap, so if you're working with different materials, you can kind of match it up a little bit better, but real happy with the way everything turned out. We've got the hanging rods. They're a system 32, so they fit right in. You can put a screw in and secure everything. But all in all, it's really a pretty quick, easy project, and in a lot of different ways you can add things into it. So if you're looking to start doing this, need to get into a ShopSabre CNC, be sure to check us out at shopsabre.com. Subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching.